Right guys, you join me just entering beautiful Cumbria. And for those that know, Cumbria, the nearest track there is Rowrah. I'm on my way for an access karting event, and we're going to the 115 UK TKM update you on. I'll try and do my best to do it in this video. I've moved from the GX UK senior class of access karting and jumped into TKM, so 4-stroke entry level into a little bit more technical minded, faster class for TKM. I've done the first 2 rounds of GX UK senior. I come first. I won the very first round at Fullbeck, and I come second at the round of Lid, and there was no final on that one due to an incident that had to get cleared in another class. But whatever could have happened then could have happened. Could have come first, could have come second, could have come last. I'm not too sure, but hopefully I can update you as to what this class is. I feel like it's a step forward, and it's still underneath the access karting umbrella. So I've got about 2 hours left, about an hour and 40, something like that left after driving for about 4 hours already. So I'm looking forward to this track. I've not been here before. I need to get set up, and then I need to do a little bit more work, finish that off, and then we'll get going in tomorrow, which will be testing, and then race down on Sunday. So wish me luck. Right, well, unfortunately, standard thing, GoPro's absolutely knackered now. So even on the Nasu panel, I had the GoPro on the engine bracket before in GX, but still seems to be fucked. So I need another one. It keeps cutting out. So there is some footage from the weekend. This is from the first heat as we get going. Biggest difference that I've noticed is obviously the speed and the acceleration. That is the biggest thing. Corners come up a hell of a lot more quicker in these karts. As you go through there, managed to get through the pack and the drama into the chicane. We've got Gordon in front of us here, and to be honest with you, that's as close as you see Gordon, because he sets off into the sunset. So I think that's the only footage I've got of the first heat. Second heat I had chain guard issues, so I had to come in, but the third heat's actually quite a juicy one, and that's what we're going to roll into now. Didn't have the start once again. The GoPro's fucked, so didn't manage to catch it. But here we have Alex Thomas in front of us. This was the first time he was doing 115 UK. He currently does NKC of Rotax as well, so he's been around here plenty of times. This is the first time I've been going around here as well, so it was quite good just to try and follow him, see what lines he's doing, see where he's braking, try and replicate what he's doing, and he somehow manages to still get away from me, but we do manage to catch up eventually, so it's good fun. He has done TKM before, and this is the beauty of this class, right? So just to give you a bit of background, this form of TKM is the B52, and it's up to engine series number of 6999. You can have the CNC and cast engines in it. They represent a 30mm axle, 2 bearing carriers, and they're from a period of time from 2004 to 2009. So I'll share the walk around of the kart shortly, but this is where basically you got slightly different bodywork. You got metal rear bumpers, which is the same. But the main thing that I notice is, well, that everyone notices, is that you got to push start it. It is a bump start. There's no clutches. There's no on-off switches. Which at first I was a bit put off by it, but actually it's a piece of cake when you get some practice in it and you understand the engine noises as to when it's ready to rock and roll. Rowrah, luckily, the dummy grid is on a slope, so that kind of helps you out. I just managed to get up to the back of Alex now, so I'm actually quite pleased with myself. I do have Gordon behind. He's another good peddler. So for me, if I'm just managing to keep up with Alex, then that's happy days. Little did he know that Alex swapped over engines before the heats, and his engine had a different front teeth sprocket on, so he was really set up for really top end, to be honest with you, and I was probably set up for a mixture of pull out the corners. So I managed to catch up to him out the corners, and then he once again sets off into the sunset, so that's just what it is, but still managing to hang on, which is all good. This is a new class. It started last year around the same time as GX UK Senior and Juniors as well. So I've still got a hell of a lot to learn. I'm trying to bump draft like I used to do in GX UK, but it obviously don't work, does it? There's a hell of a lot of variety of things that I need to learn for this class. But it's all good. It's another discipline for me to learn. I don't mind it. I don't mind sticking my neck out, not being at the front, just to try and learn and improve on lap times, etc. These karts are generally awesome, right? There's a lot going on. Corners come up quicker. Your reaction time's got to be quicker. There's less grip than the Maxi Sports. We're on Dunlop DL3s maybe, but not the ones that they use in the BPEX series. They're a different one. They're grippier. You'll get about 300 laps, I think, out of them until they proper die off. We use wets as well, which I've not actually used in a TKM before. So it's a good variety, a good step up into it. Just to give you some peace of mind, I'm going to jump to a clip now as to how easy it is to bump start in a variety of people. So I'm just going to pause it here with this exercise, and you'll see a person on the left, they've got help, and the kid's in the cart, there's two people. Alex in the blues bump starting himself. Couple of runs and the pushes, and then you're off you go. You've also got Dom that will come into the picture on a Tony kart as well, and he's got some outside assistance, and there's also some nice little devices that you can use as well. Gordon that will come into the picture at the end, and once again, because my GoPro's knackered, it will end up freezing, but you'll see that his dad's got like a jockey wheel that goes underneath the bumper, and it allows him to easily push it off, gets it set up, and then off he goes. So there is a big variety of things to do. It took me one day to try and bump start it myself, and I was well pleased. Here we go, this is my GoPro knackering, but you'll see the big variety and how easy it is to get these karts going. One thing that I completely forgot to mention is prices, really. Rough guidance. Why is it affordable, right? So these karts, the chassis you could pick up from a rolling chassis from anywhere from about 250 quid up until about 650 quid. Depends on the condition and what things have been done. This is a JKH Dynamite. You can get anything from Tony karts, Venom Sidewinders, a lot of Jade karts. I know there's loads more, I just don't know them yet. You can ask in the Facebook groups, the dedicated ones. People will have one somewhere that they're willing to sell, that they've forgotten about, that's probably taking up space. With the engines, you're looking maybe at 200 quid for a cast one that will get you on the grid and running. CNC ones drive up a slightly higher price, and they can go up to about 550, I think. They do need real rebuilds, but you know, if you've got one that's already rebuilt, you're not got to worry about it for the season. So plenty of variety, and just like the people owning the carts and having them in their sheds that they've forgotten about, there'll be an engine somewhere laying about. My recommendation is to have a look on Facebook. However, I would suggest that you actually go to the dedicated 100 UK and 115 UK buying them for sale and group chat on Facebook, the Facebook group. There'll be someone there that will be able to give you some helpful tips and advice, and then be able to steer you in the right direction. So it is fairly affordable, right? When you look at the brand new carts these days, about £3,000, you could pick up a whole cart with an engine with about 1,100 quid, which I don't think is actually too bad. Correction from my previous statement, you can run a club, okay? People do in 100 UK, and I'm sure you can with these. So you join me back to the fun now. I have a Coke Brown moment. I know I've got Gordon breathing down my neck. I look to the left of me, he's not there. I look to the right of me, he's there. So semi-go defensive, now I'm on the dirty patch, and I have a proper Coke Brown moment there. Proper knock up sideways, and I let Gordon through. So, you know, that's just a rookie error on my behalf. So now what I try and do is follow Gordon and just try and keep up, see if I can understand some lines that he's taking. So going back to Access Karting, it's still underneath, 115 UK is still underneath Access Karting. For the weekend, it's still £125, so you get about 5 or 6 practice sessions on a Saturday for testing. You get 3 heats and a longer final, along with a transponder check on the Sunday. So still the same format. This grid is growing as well, quite naturally, which I'm still looking forward. You'll find people that would have raced TKM previously in this series. Gordon in front, he's running on the right chassis that he ran when he was younger. So people are dragging them out of their sheds, getting them refreshed. They've still got the engines because they're quite small and easy to fold away. So yeah, it's going to be a really good end of season. I'm really looking forward to it. We're at Landau next for the Dragon Cup, where there's going to be about 12 of us for this class. So without not really much advertising, there's people coming along, getting back into the sport. They were doing it at quite a competitive level from a few years ago, and now they want to get back into it in affordable and accessible karting, which is what Access Karting offers. Had a really good time this weekend. It's the second time out for me. I was at Luton Park. I'm still learning about carb settings, but realistically for me, I can set it to a default setting and make sure that it runs okay, and that's all that I'm trying to do at the moment, just get out and have fun. So it is doable. It's possible to take a step from GXUK Senior and get some practice in the TKM karts, and it's also possible for people that used to run them to come back into the sport too. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's short and sweet. Any more details, go to the website Access Karting. Take care, guys. All the best.